Welcome back. Now today I'm talking about something that's important to me. Like I said before, fitness and health is very important to me. Nutrition is a part of that. And today I want to talk about vegans and vegetarians and why I believe they have the right idea. Now most vegans and vegetarians, they're different for anybody who don't know that. Vegans do not partake in any product from an animal. Vegetarians will. Things such as milk and eggs. Now, the thing about vegans and vegetarians, most of them will not partake in any animal product because animals are being treated very terribly, very bad. And there's a lot of us that are ignorant to that fact. We really just don't know. We don't know how modern farming is done, and we don't know how cruel they're treating these animals. You would think they would sedate these animals and then slaughter them. No, it's not happening that way. They're very much still alive when they are killing these animals. There's numerous videos on YouTube, or you can Google and find images, and you can see this. Now, about 5 years ago, I was considering becoming vegetarian. And it wasn't so much the cruelty that is happening to animals, although that should have been a big part. There's a lot of animals we don't eat, and there's a lot of cruel things happening to those animals too, especially by us humans. But it was more so my body. I wanted to take care of my body. I realize a lot of the meat that we eat isn't as clean as we think it is, and it isn't being treated right. Everything from hormones to just toxic levels in the conditions that the animals are put in. For instance, these chickens, they have hundreds, maybe even thousands of chickens in these tight packed cages, and they're smothered in there together, no room to even walk. A lot of these animals never even live a life outside. It's hard to keep these animals clean in these type of conditions. So they get various diseases, they get sick, they're injured, but they are pumped full of these antibiotics. Cows. A lot of cows and other animals are injected with hormones, and those hormones get into the meat supply that we eat. You basically are what you eat. Well, that's true in some sense, and in some ways it's not. Let's just face it. No matter how many carrots you eat, you're not going to become a carrot. Any meat supply that is tainted with hormones or antibiotics or whatever is going to get into our system too. That's why we probably have some of these girls walking around today, little girls, preteens, and they got bodies of women who should be in their mid-20s. It's good to take that in consideration. That might be why. Now, a very strong cancer-causing estrogen was found in a lot of cows. There's a report in the LA Times that shows the studies that found this research. Now, you can find that in a link that I'm going to put down below in the description. And when you hear things like that, it makes you wonder some more about a lot of the other meats that we eat. For instance, fish, tilapia. Please stop eating farm-raised tilapia. Matter of fact, all farm-raised seafood, don't eat it. They have these tanks that are supposed to hold only about 200 fish, and they're sticking well over 200, probably somewhere close to 500 or more fish in these tanks. And the toxic levels in these tanks are supposedly going up really high. But another thing is, if you Google tilapia and pig poop, it is said that they feed tilapia pig poop because it makes them grow very large. And then they can sell a massive amount of tilapia for more money. I don't want to be eating any fish that's eating pig feces. Come on now. It doesn't even sound good. I don't care how many animals eat their own feces. If they're doing it on their own free will, it's something you got to deal with. But when you're deliberately feeding these fish or other animals feces to make them grow bigger, you're doing that for a profit. I don't care how big it is. If I want more, I'll buy more. And if it's big and cheap, you can bet that it's being raised poorly. There are carbon monoxide treatments that they use for old meat. It makes it look new again. I have a picture of it. Hopefully you're looking at it right now. Very popular meat industry that sells mainly pork, but other types of meat too, has been under investigation, I would say. Well, I really can't say investigation, but I will post a link about a guy who sent a drone over one of these farms, and he wanted to see what was happening there. What was reported is that they have a huge lake. Well, it appears to be a lake full of pig feces because they don't really dispose of it the way they should. But it's just sitting there, and that can't be good for the land. especially if it's building up its toxic levels. Also, some neighbors that they have, I don't know how far away they are, but they were complaining about the smell, and they were complaining about what they're doing to the land. And it said that this company was spraying the pig feces through giant hoses at their neighbors. Watch the video down below. Hopefully it enlightens you more to what's going on in these industries. Now, with all this said, I am still considering going vegetarian or maybe even vegan. Yes, I don't think it's bad that we eat meat, but the way we handle our meat and the way we take care of our animals is not good. We have an industry now, well, many industries, making money off of these meat products. They're doing it in a way that they can distribute more and get more money, and it becomes a competition thing. If I have bigger chickens, bigger cows, I get more money, they'll buy from me. No one's really putting in that hard work or effort to really raise these animals in a better mannerism. It's all about the money. Almost everyone was a farmer, hundreds, even thousands of years ago. But now times have changed, and we go to stores to pick up our food, and not just our meat, but really most of vegetables, vegetation, fruits that we get have GMOs, genetically modified organisms. You don't even know what you're eating nowadays unless you grow stuff yourself. Now, if you see any organic signs, I suggest getting organic fruits, vegetables, even organic cheese, organic meat. But still, how good is our meat supply? We really don't know. Veganism and being a vegetarian sounds like a good idea to me. Now, that's just some of my thoughts and some of the facts that you can find and look up yourself in the links that I put down in the description below. But tell me what y'all think. Let's discuss it. Like, share the video if you can, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.